Blake Griffin again. Griffin's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Paul. Shot clock at 5. Jordan dishes the ball. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
San Antonio with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Baines passes to Parker. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul. San Antonio with the ball. 6-point game. They grab their own miss.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Now here's Paul. The feed to Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game. Well, Griffin, a former dunk contest champion, but make no mistake, Blake is a game dunker, always among the league leaders, and at his size with that strength, the way he gets off the floor is just unbelievable.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Paul against Parker. Here's Jordan, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. You know, Blake Griffin gets up so high, he's created some debate, in fact, on the definition of a dunk. So I'll ask, does your hand have to touch the rim?
You know, I think you don't necessarily have to have your hand touch the rim, Kevin, but you do have to throw it through the goal. None of this raggedy type dunk stuff.
Got to control it.
You got to, yeah, I like that's the word I was looking for.
DeAndre Jordan has always had a knack for the incredible, and it usually manifests itself in his dunks or blocks. Last year he committed himself more on the defensive end, and it really made a difference for him.
Paul against Parker. He dishes it to Leonard. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet. Leonard's got his first 2 points. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-4 run. You think about defense, Clark, and it isn't just how many shots you block. Jordan really seemed to focus on the little things that go into being successful defensively.
And I think that's a tribute to Doc Rivers, who actually emphasized some of those little things that would help Jordan elevate his game and his team. And to Jordan's credit, he took heed and made significant improvement.
Now here's Jordan. 6 points for him. And the Clippers miss again. It's an 8-point differential. Parker kicks to Leonard. Paul with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Now here's Parker. Dishes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Griffin against Duncan. 6 on the shot clock. Green, no luck. Clippers leading by 10. Paul kicks to Redick. Now Griffin inside.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Here's Parker. 1:22 left in the first quarter. Parker, right side. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Parker's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Now here's Jordan. 8 points for him.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
Parker drives in. There's the bucket. Good. Parker's got 6.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Paul dishes to Griffin, and he lobs it up toward the rim, and slam dunk by Jordan.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Man, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Here's Parker after the basket by Los Angeles. And Baines kicks to Leonard. And there's the call on Matt Barnes. So, for the Clippers, Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Crawford in for Barnes. Now here's Ginobili. It's blocked. Now the Clippers moving it up. And the wide open shot from Paul will not go. This is off the front iron. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 12. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Mills and Manu at the guards. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Diaw in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Kicks it to Redick. Paul with the 3. Paul can't get that one to fall.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
That shot by Griffin, no good. Spurs trail by 10. Blocked, and they get it back. And Mills kicks to Leonard. Outside, Ginobili can't get it to go.
Well, I think that was clearly a foul. He was a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
Paul passes to Griffin. Barnes dishes to Redick. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Now here's Paul. Not a lot of room. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Passes it to Griffin. The shot is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way. In transition, here come the Spurs. Ginobili leading the charge. The 3-ball. And the basket good. Ginobili's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for San Antonio.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Leonard. Paul outside. Pass to Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's 10 points for Blake Griffin.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Matt Barnes out of UCLA, of course, an energy and effort player. He brings toughness and a defensive mindset. And he said, I always look forward to guarding the best player. My thing is to stay into them and make them uncomfortable with pressure. You want to make them work hard and not allow them to get anything easy. Kevin, back to you.
A versatile defender and much improved as a shooter over the years, Doris. Thanks. And it's Paul penetrating. Griffin kicks to Redick. The dish to Barnes. Shoots from the baseline, and it's Paul missing.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Shots good by Mills.
Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, last season's Coach of the Year, one of only 3 coaches to win that award 3 times. He's also a 5-time NBA champion as a head coach, and really has been the model for consistency and excellence as a head coach, as a leader of his team in San Antonio. They've won 50 games, 15 consecutive years now, and clearly players are a big part of that, but his leadership and his ability to relate to his team and to get them to be a team is something that will send him right to the Hall of Fame, and he's at it.
And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot, excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Hedo Turkoglu's checked in for Griffin. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. The Spurs also changing it up. Baines is checked in, and it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. And Popovich, the longest tenured NBA coach by far, 18 seasons, and Steve all with this San Antonio organization.
Well, he's actually the longest tenured coach in any of the 4 major American sports. And what an incredible run he's had with the Spurs, leading them to a winning record in 17 consecutive seasons. Longest such streak in NBA history.
Crawford dishes to Rivers. DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Green with a screen for Parker. Duncan with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Tim Duncan.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Rivers kicks to Jordan. Kicks it out to Crawford from deep. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Crawford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Spurs trail by 10. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
Griffin's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul comes in for Austin Rivers. Bellinelli passes to Green, and the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul. You can see the leadership qualities on display right there, guys.
It's all about communication, Kevin. You can't have too much of that as a team. He's really leading, trying to gather his guys together.
Clark?
Well, I agree with all of that. I mean, when you're talking about orchestrating your offense and defense, that requires a lot of communication, understanding where people need to be and what everybody is doing right. And if mistakes are being made, those things have to be pointed out as well.
And as you said with Jamal, a lot of players can't really make that change between being a starter or a sub, but he does it so smoothly in such short time. It really adds a lot of utility to this team.
It's Parker with the drive. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good by Parker. The Spurs making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time with the strike.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
Clearly, and they've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it here in the second quarter.
Here's Griffin, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Baines. And it's Paul penetrating. Here's the 3. That's good from Crawford on the assist by Paul. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. He gets it up. No good. And so we conclude the first half.